Hello, I'm Sarah Moorhead, and I'm the Executive Director of Thurston Conservation District. I am so pleased to have nominated Tom Salzer for the Doug Rushton Conservation Legacy Award. This year, I have the pleasure of announcing a new award category, the Doug Rushton Conservation Legacy Award. This award category is to honor our current board member, Doug Rushton. Doug Rushton has dedicated his life and career to conservation and the management of natural resources. Tom Salzer was nominated for this award category because of his over 30 years of service to conservation districts and conservation delivery, not only in our own backyard here in Thurston County, but across our state, the Pacific Northwest, and throughout our nation. Tom is a true leader and advocate for conservation districts and voluntary stewardship of private lands.
Hello, I'm Doug Rushton. I've been a member of the Thurston Conservation District Board since 1994, serving in various positions as a board officer from auditor to board chair for 15 years. I also sit on the Washington State Association and the National Association Boards of Directors and on several of their committees as well. I was an advisor from NACD, the National Association, to the U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary on forestry issues. My interest in natural resources probably started growing up on the North Olympic Peninsula with a couple of brothers who spent a lot of time in the woods, in the fields, on the streams, on the beaches, and anywhere else we'd get out of cutting wood with our dad. We were good helpers, but we were young and wanted to do our thing. I worked for several state and federal agencies. Initially I was with the National Park Service, then the Forest Service, then the National Marine Fisheries Service. And I think one of the common threads there is the service orientation. One of the very endearing things to me of the conservation districts is the services we provide to local residents, local landowners, local people in general, the communities, and the natural resource. So often the service orientation gets lost, and with the incentive-based, voluntary, non-regulatory approaches that the conservation districts use, that we use, we accomplish a whole lot, and I'm very proud of that. We are proud to honor Tom Salzer with this award because of how he just exemplifies our values and the values of the organization as a whole, and something to which we can aspire.
My name's Tom Salzer. I serve as Executive Director of the Washington Association of Conservation Districts. Well, I started my working career as an exploration and mining geologist specializing in gold and silver deposits, and lived all over the western United States and also worked in Indonesia. And after doing that for a while, my love of the outdoors overcame what my companies were doing, which was damaging the outdoors. And I joined the Ferry Conservation District 30 years ago and became their district manager, and 5 years later went to the Washington State Conservation Commission, where I served in very many roles for 13 years. And then I jumped ship and went to Oregon and served as general manager of the Clackamas Soil and Water Conservation there for 9 years. And then 2 years ago I came back to my home state of Washington. One of the things I love about conservation is the locally led principle, the fact that the people at the local level know best. They're the most integrated into the landscape. It's part of their livelihood, it's part of their daily lives, and so they should have a significant role in making decisions about their local landscapes. Since I work at the organizational level, I have fewer hopes and dreams about landscapes and more about the people in our community, and it's my long-held desire that everyone in our conservation community feels safe and invited and welcome and heard as we all work together toward preserving and conserving Washington's great natural resources.